This video is part of my How to Earn $100 per Day Trading Meme Coins series. Check out the description below for the full list of videos. Make sure you use the BullX invite link in the description below so that you can skip the waiting line and start trading meme coins today. Let's jump in. See how this token has gone up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's pretty bullish chart right here. However, I don't want to get involved here because I would have to wait. Let's just say I want to make a 20%, or if I buy right now at 300K, I'd have to wait till $360,000 market cap. And that's a lot more difficult than if I bought down here, right, at 20K or 30K, and I have way higher upside. So that's another thing I would like you to write down is don't buy late. There's hundreds of opportunities. Someone might come here and say, wow, but this chart looks really good. And, I like the meme. And I'm not sure what this is referring to. I could do some research. Let's see what this X post is putting towards soul mentalism. Okay. So something about, the brain mentalism. Let's see if they have a website. So they do have a website. Mentalism asserts that all reality, right? There's always all different types of meme coins. But right, there's a lot higher risk that I'm going to lose money if I buy this late. I could have bought this dip, but same thing, just to get a 2x on my investment, I'd have to buy, get lucky, buy the low, and then, hope I get up to 320,000, which it may go to. But I don't recommend getting into these late, it's late, it's already really high. 270 is high. So that's just a little note about if you want to day trade. I want to recommend day trading anything other than just new meme coins for a higher chance of making a profit. So while we wait for that Kobe Man token to still migrate, it's going very slowly. Usually it takes 5 to 10 minutes to migrate over, depending on if there's a lot of volume happening on the website. It may take a little bit longer, but yeah, usually it doesn't take that long. So this is another scam token that's migrating right now. So right under Kobe Man, so you have this heart token right here. Look right here, 100% of the supply was bought by, I don't even know what the heck they're doing here, right? They have no socials. And so let's just check out this token. You can see this is a volume scam. So I told you there's two scams, bundle and volume scam. This is a volume scam. So I have the 1 second chart, which I recommend you always keep it on 1 second so you can see what's happening, right? We're day trading very quickly, getting in and out. We're not looking to look at the 5-minute chart, etc. when we're day trading. So as you see, when it launched, the developer, this is probably the developer, he bought in for 79 Solana. So typically they buy in for 1, maybe 3 Solana, but this one did 79 Solana. So that's all very suspect to begin with. And as you see, it was just bought by these snipers. So it was bought literally all by this developer. I don't know what he's planning to do. Maybe sell. If he sells some, he's just dumping it on himself, but he's getting his money back. And I guess he's hoping that when it hits Radium, that other people will come in and say, oh my gosh, look at this, right? If they're not knowledgeable. This is very obvious. It took, 4 seconds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds to bond. And it looks like this when they do this volume scan. A large candle and then small green candles where it just ticks up. I'll see if I can find another volume scan, but same thing. I'm just going to ignore this token. It's not worth my time. It's highly likely it will dump straight down because the developer owns all the tokens, so he's going to sell to get out. But we'll come back to this in a little bit too. So like I mentioned, a lot of the tokens that migrate, they're not worthy of getting involved with, right? I don't think any of these, right? This looks like a scam. This one also has 65% in the top 10. I wouldn't buy a coin with more than maybe 25%, maybe 30 if I look into it and see what's actually going on. Maybe some people sniped it early. But yeah, this looks very suspect, 13% insider, right? And like, see how they're the same meme. It's about this Kobe Man. So I'm assuming Kobe probably made a tweet, right? We can't see it because we're not approved by his X account. And see how they use the same picture, same ticker. If this was a actual, a good one, like 97% is crazy. Dev holds 58%. You would want to buy the original. So let's say this one's 17 minutes old, this one's 18 minutes old. I would want to buy this one. if it was a legitimate, fairly launched token, not this crazy sniper and bundling and that mess. And that's what bundling is. So the two scams I mentioned, volume, which I just showed, and now bundling, that's simply they bundle the launch with other wallets that they own. So see how it says these are all sniped and they look like different wallets. However, this is probably all the same person. It's probably the developer. So you don't want to buy tokens that are basically the supply. Let's say the developer just launched and he bought 30% of the tokens, but he tries to, confuse people by sending them to these different wallets. Same thing. This is a huge red flag. Look at all the holders have the sniper bot emoji next to them. These little icons like the photon or the Trojan, these are typically real people if they don't have this sniper next to them. Sometimes they are still real people with a sniper, but when all of them have it, so this guy is probably a real guy right here with the BullX icon. So this guy bought $125 worth of this token. And he's more than likely, and this guy sniped. This could be part of the bundle, maybe not. But this guy probably is going to lose his $125 because he doesn't know what the heck he's doing. But like I said, it's very obvious if you just look at the holders, like these aren't real people who are buying it versus let's look at a token with real people. Oh, back to Pump Fund. It's funny how these scams aren't even migrating. I don't know what's going on. Usually it doesn't take that long. Let's show you what real buys and real holders look like. So I'm just going to scroll down here. See, these are like 28%, 26%. So there still could be a little bit of bundling going on. It's not always a bad thing because what they're essentially doing is they could be holding, they want the token to go to Raydium. So they're like collecting a bunch of the supply so that it doesn't kind of fizzle out just in the new creations. They're kind of giving themselves an upper hand and increasing their likelihood to graduate. And then the other crazy people, they're just like, I'm going to graduate. I'm going to buy all the supply and then I'm going to do my shenanigans once it graduates. But let's look at, like I said, a token that actually has real buyers, real volume. So this is what real volume looks like. I'll click trades here. So we can see some people are buying 0.1 Solana. They're selling 0.4. This guy sold 3 Solana. So you're seeing the live trades. And it's not crazy numbers. Sometimes when it's volume and stuff, right? These are real numbers people would trade 0.1, right? If it's 1.9, that means that they take a fee when you buy or sell. So that was probably a 2 Solana sell. It might be a 1, but and then it takes away the fee. But these are real buys and real sells. If you look at the holders, right? The little person here, that just means they're a top holder. It can be suspect if you see a bunch of top holder emojis with the sniper emoji. That can mean that it was bundled. But see how we have like this Trojan and all of these, the Photon, the BullX, right? Photon is a competitor to BullX. It's another trading platform. So is Trojan. So these are real people more than likely who are buying this. So if I'm scrolling down, see these are all real icons. Sometimes they don't have an icon. That could be some sort of bot or something else. But the majority here, this is showing the top, I believe, 50 holders. They're all real people. And then same thing, if I go over here to the trades, I can just scroll down and like you can click a person. Let's click this guy. So if you double click it, I can see here where this one bought and sold. So they bought at $128,000 market cap. So it looks like, I don't recommend this trading strategy. This guy is probably going to lose money. So he bought like 128 and then he sold at 170. So he did make a profit. He bought in, for 0.1, and that's the little fee that they take. So he bought in for 0.1, sold for 0.13. And then it looks like he rebought again at 74,000. So he bought the dip, but look, now it's at 69, 67. So he's probably going to lose 54. I don't recommend, if he should have just took this profit and run, but he rebought in thinking he bought back in at the low. But like I said, meme coins are very volatile. They often don't come back from a 50% plus dip, especially if it's a new coin. Is that always the case? No, there are, of course are exceptions, but you got to remember there's 30,000 tokens made every day. So People move on to the next thing. They take their profit, they take their loss and leave. So this guy is still bag holding with his fingers crossed, but it's probably not going to be good for him. He's probably going to end up net negative. So see right here, we can see his unrealized is minus $6.75. See, it's starting to creep back up, but let's see if that momentum continues. My money is on no, but like I said, there's a lot of strange things that happen. Oftentimes people will start to get out again, but if sellers get exhausted, then they can pump again if there's strong buyers. Another metric, I'm just dropping all these little gems. I recommend you watch this video a few times, and I'll definitely be making more videos about trading meme coins. I just want to give a comprehensive guide so you actually make money. Hope you appreciate that. Leave a like, comment, ask your questions if you have any, or 100 questions. I'll answer as many as I can, if not all of them. But another metric I'll watch is the holders. You want to see that steadily rising. Right now, how it's flatlined, there's no new people coming in. This is just the same people who are already in. They might be buying more. They might be selling a part of their bag, crossing their fingers. But this stagnation results in death. It can sometimes get revitalized if it's a really good meme, a really good ticker. Right? If Elon Musk tweets freedom right now, this would pump, right? So there's all these kind of, potentialities, but more than likely for 99.9% of tokens, when it has this kind of chart, it's done for, unless it's some sort of cult that these 334 people are not going to sell. They're going to go tell their friends to buy in. Then it can have a next leg up, but we're day trading. We're not here to hold this for a week and become a bag holder. We're looking to be one of these top traders. So this guy made $5,690 on this trade. He did buy in for $2,270. And let's check out this guy. This guy was the most successful trader on this freedom. So if you double click, I believe, and then you go to trades, it will show them. Yeah. So what did this guy do right? He bought low and sold high. He actually bought at 3 different price points. I recommend to probably buy, especially when you're a beginner, just buy once and sell once and move on. And you can always maybe sell 90% of your bag, leave 10% for a moon bag. But if it's like most coins, it's going to crash. So I just sell the whole thing most of the time. But this guy, he bought it at 39,000. So he bought right about here. Okay. And then he saw it pumping, and then he bought again at 43,000. And then he saw it again. He still liked the coin. So he bought 3.5 Solana, 3 Solana, then another 3 Solana at 73,000. I don't recommend, doing that. You should just buy, if you wanted to invest 9 Solana, maybe you should have done 6 instead down there. But anyway, everyone has their own strategy. But then he bought right here. It took a dip a little bit, and then it sent, right? It got bonded probably right around here, right? That's when it goes from the about to graduate, pumped like crazy. And he ended up selling at 168. So he probably sold on a dip. He probably sold around here somewhere when it was consolidating. If I want to do a very deep analysis, I could see what time. So 7 minutes ago. So 52. So it looks like he sold around here. So when it was dipping, he probably saw a little green pump, I guess somewhere around here, maybe before. But that's how all successful traders work on BullX for these pump fund tokens, these meme coins. They buy early and they clip. He did a 1 clip. He sold 33 Solana. Wow, a great trade. He just dumped it all in 1 candle. But what he could have done is, right, he could have bought in here. After it migrated, he saw it pump crazy. He could sell 10% here, 10% here, 10% here, 10% here, 10% here. Right, he sees it starts dumping, then sell the other 70% here. That's what I've seen the top traders, and what I particularly like to do is to clip, and then you'll have a larger range of sells, and you won't have like these giant sell candles that you cause. But that's the most successful guy on this trade. All right, so let's go back to Pump Vision.